Brian Steele recently spoke out on Young Thug. There was a recent interview where he came out and he talked about a lot of Young Thug, and he says that Young Thug is basically a good man, does a lot for the community, a lot that the eyes of the public don't see because he does a lot of this stuff in private. He says he's helped a lot of people around the world. He's motivated a lot of people. He has a lot of money, so he's been able to put on a lot of people, a lot of rappers, as we seen Gunna was put on by Young Thug. You know what I mean? So he's basically saying that, you know, people have to understand that his breakdown is that he's trying to make the court system and people understand that these artists are actors and they wake up in the morning and they're acting. Nobody knows their real name because they're just running by their stage name. They're actors from the day to the night. Basically trying to say that what these guys are saying in their lyrics is not true. The problem with this is that I tell you guys over and over, these rappers talk about things that are very, very, very vivid, meaning that they're happening at the moment. And when these guys get caught up, man, they start adding stuff up. Well, you was rapping about this guy, this was your op, and then a couple months later, this guy gets shot by one of your people. What happens, guys? They're going to come after you, man, and they're going to pin that to you. At the end of the day, you're rapping about your op. Your op gets rocked by one of your people. Who you think they coming after? They coming after you. And the main problem about Young Thug is that Young Thug is a very, 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 very successful individual. And I would think that this guy by this time could at least be way smarter than this. You know, like he got caught up with Gunna, which Gunna recently plead guilty and not guilty, but he copped out on a plea and basically saying that, yeah, that the day that him and Thug was in that car, there was drugs and there was guns, but the guns and the drugs weren't his. But it was only Gunna and Young Thug in that car. So who else can they blame that stuff on? The sad truth is, guys, that I'm telling you right now, if everybody would have stayed shut on this case, if people would have held their own, the DA doesn't have a solid case against Young Thug. And that's something that we all know. His lawyer has spoke about this plenty and plenty of times. They do not have a solid case on Young Thug at the moment. That's why they're offering plea deals to his defendants so they can obviously say something and get this guy thrown under the bus. I'm telling you guys right now, Young Thug is under a lot of heat now because the fact that Gunna took a plea and now someone else took a plea. I believe one of his other friends recently today took another plea. You got two people taking a plea that were riding with you. Bro, you can't take this to trial. The only thing that Thug is going to have to do, he's going to have to take a plea also. He's going to have to cop out and do at least 10. I'm telling you guys right now, the sad truth is, man, that if everybody would have held their own and would have never took no plea deals, I doubt that Young Thug's case would have been solid enough to put him behind bars by the time the DA is saying that they want to put him behind bars. I'm telling you guys right now, they don't have the evidence to put Young Thug behind bars for 20 years. That's the reason why they're offering pleas, and they want these guys to come up and talk about this shit, man. We'll see what happens here within the next couple of weeks. Supposedly January of 2023 is when this we're gonna find out what happens, and hopefully, man, nobody else takes plea because this is looking tough for Young Thug. Make sure you guys hit that follow, hit that subscribe, hit that bell up above so you stay notified when we upload another video, and I'll check you guys out on the next one. Peace.